Welcome, NAMI Santa Clara. I'm Dan Gillison, CEO of NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness. Whether it's raining or shining where you live, it's a good day. Good things are happening at a difficult time, and NAMI is answering the call, as we have been since our founding in 1979, when a small group of moms gathered around a kitchen table to address their children's serious mental illness. To give you just an overview of our latest accomplishments, let me start with what we have done for young people who are struggling now more than ever. NAMI's new Youth and Young Adult Initiatives Task Force was created to focus on youth mental health. The facts are heartbreaking, but no surprise to us. In February and March last year, emergency department visits for suspected suicide attempts were 51% higher among adolescent girls aged 12 to 17 compared to 2019. We are answering the call from every angle with a special emphasis on early intervention. We're meeting young people where they are with NAMI Next Gen, a new young adult advisory group. Their call, our answer. Last spring, we launched the online version of NAMI Ending the Silence for when in-person presentations are not available. NAMI is thrilled to announce a multi-year partnership with the Girl Scouts to support mental well-being for girls in grades 4 through 12. We look forward to our collaborative workshops around the country, starting in the summer of 2023. August marked the launch of the back-to-school season, and NAMI has new guides and resources for parents and teachers, and an online mental health guide specifically for college students, created in partnership with the JED Foundation. We are expanding our presence on TikTok, and youth around the country are engaging. When youth know that it's okay to not be okay and that there are people who care, they are more likely to ask for and get the help they deserve. NAMI is also reaching children with a mental health and activity book, originally created by NAMI Washington, Meet Little Monster. It helps. Trust me, I know. With a strong belief in help, not handcuffs, our Justice Aversion Task Force is pursuing our strategic goal of keeping people with mental health conditions from entanglement in the justice system. We have reimagined crisis response with 68,000 advocacy actions that brought NAMI voices directly to policymakers. 988, the new 3-digit number for mental health crisis, is now available nationwide. We are asking local communities to build out full crisis response systems and invest resources to support 988. We are challenging them to answer the call, literally. We added a CrossCultural Innovation and Engagement Task Force as we seek to meet our underserved communities where they are, with the assurance that all NAMI programs are culturally responsive, equity-focused, and aligned with our growing understanding of trauma-informed care. NAMI's nationwide impact grows through numerous partnerships with Fortune 100 companies, with media leaders and influencers. Our Hearts and Minds program, which reminds everyone that mental health is physical health, with an emphasis on diabetes, diet, exercise, and smoking. This past August, NAMI FaithNet and 17 state organizations and national affiliates across the country hosted the Pathways to Hope Conference. Communities learned to build their own grassroots movement to help engage faith communities, mental health providers, NAMI members, and other community partners in building sustainable coalitions in support of people living with mental health conditions.
Socialization, finding an identity, these are the core.
Our share of voice is louder than ever, with over 70% of all major mental health media coverage. Our social media now boasts over 1 million followers with nearly 64 million annual impressions. NAMI was mentioned in more than 37,000 news stories in 2021 alone. And we reached thousands of additional people at NAMICon, the largest grassroots gathering across the country and world. NAMI has partnered with no less a luminary than Ken Burns in the Well-Beings Project on PBS. Ken Burns presents Hiding in Plain Sight, Youth Mental Illness, a major new public television documentary. It premiered in June across the country on PBS stations and is streaming online. We encourage NAMI organizations across the country to host screenings and share this powerful documentary with your family, friends, and the community at large. A moment now about our sensational NAMI helpline. A lot of ringing and pinging and a lot of answering the calls. Dedicated employees and impassioned volunteers across the country draw on their lived mental health experience to provide resources and support. And live web chat, as well as texting, were successfully added, the latest innovations in our response capabilities, enabling us to reach more people where they are. Here's how you might find it. Sometimes young people confronting depression or anxiety find themselves alone. It's natural and painful. So maybe they'll reach to their digital device. Let me show you. And it's not just for young people. Hi Siri, I'm feeling depressed.
I'm sorry to hear that. Talking to someone might help. If you'd like, I can help you call a friend or family member, or you can find help online at NAMI.org.
You can find help online at NAMI.org, and our volunteers are there to take the calls. Every day, we turn a new page, begin a new chapter, and now we can actually say, NAMI wrote the book on mental health. Did you hear that? NAMI wrote the book on mental health. You are not alone, the NAMI Guide to Navigating Mental Health. Thank you to our Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Ken Duckworth, who did the heavy lifting. Or as he says, the biggest thanks goes to the more than 120 people who have walked the arduous path of mental illness and shared with us what helped them and what they believe can help others. You are not alone. The NAMI Guide to Navigating Mental Health is available online and in bookstores across the country. Have you heard? NAMI has started a new podcast called Hope Starts With Us. Listen or watch every other Wednesday on your favorite podcast app or on YouTube with your host, yours truly, Dan Gillison. We invite guests to share their stories of lived experience and bring important mental health topics to light. Now let's talk about our amazing NAMIWalks community. I'm pleased to announce that through our remarkable support and execution on NAMIWalks Your Way, NAMI was recognized as Fundraising Organization of the Year by the Peer-to-Peer Professional Forum. This reflects our success in gathering 31% more funds than in 2020. If you haven't participated in NAMIWalks event yet, I urge you to lace them up and get after it this year. This is a special year for mental health in general, and NAMIWalks in particular. We have never been so empowered to answer so many pressing questions and to call out to the newest solutions. As I like to say, when NAMI walks, people listen and the world changes. We are being called to uplift, engage, and embrace, and we're doing just that, demonstrating courage and creating connections. When even one person is suffering, we will attend to their need. When a million or millions ask for our attention, we will do the same. This is NAMI, after all, and you, my friends, are answering the call.